Hi, my name's Matt Gibson. I'm a composer, sound designer, and game audio generalist, and this is my technical music design showreel. This project called for a radio system with a twist. For narrative purposes, the radio broadcasts intermittently rather than continuously, and consists of 4 stations which needed to play both music and dialogue. This particular station, Vibe Droid Radio, was set up with a straightforward music playlist which randomly selects tracks followed by randomly selected segments of radio imaging. Vibe Droid Radio. The main radio station was less straightforward. We needed to create a music playlist system where we could add new music tracks to the playlist at runtime based on the player finding collectibles in the form of tapes. The solution was to use Wise's switch containers. All radio songs for that station are housed in a switch container and assigned their own unique switch. Playlisting and random selection is then handled in Unity rather than Wise, which means songs can be added to the pool depending on what the player has collected. When a song is determined, a callback is then sent to Wise, which sets the switch to the relevant song, and the transitions are set up in such a way that this song is now effectively queued to play next. In a similar manner as before, some radio station imaging plays at the end of every song via a transition segment to make the station feel as authentic as possible.
Frequency.
This station also features periodic news bulletins which are generated at runtime and can be of indeterminate length. So I created a system that is able to loop music for as long as required until the bulletin ends. The music consists of 3 different intensities that are seamlessly switchable, as well as an ending transition when the news finishes.
We got some stories for you today here, folks. The planet Asgore. A cat was stuck on a tree. To be honest, I think it's still there. In other news, expected heavy rain with warning of asteroid showers in the galaxy. An umbrella won't help. Believe me, I tried. Lastly, the president of the sun still thinks his star's a planet. Still in the legal battle to avoid paying star tax. We will be back with more news like this, coming to you soon.
This project involved designing a music system in Wise for a vertical slice of a fantasy action RPG game created using the Unreal Engine. The system reacts to changes in game state, in this case exploration, stealth and combat, as well as dynamically reacting to the character's level to represent the level of challenge a player may be facing. For example, music that's heard when a low-level character is fighting a group of difficult enemies would sound markedly different to that of a higher-level character facing easier enemies. In order to achieve this, I wanted the ability to dynamically change the intensity of the music in real time, specifically tempo, instrument dynamics, and the density of the arrangement. To accomplish this, all music would be played back using MIDI tracks rather than pre-rendered audio stems. This meant that I had to rebuild the instrument sample libraries within Wise using blend containers and assign these to the composition's relevant MIDI tracks. The interactive music hierarchy could then be constructed, with each game state being assigned its corresponding piece of music, along with musically appropriate transitions. These systems were then implemented into the vertical slice, using blueprints to hook into the relevant game events. For stealth situations, an RTPC was created that uses the player's proximity to an unalerted enemy. This RTPC was then used to control the playback speed of the music, the velocity range of the MIDI notes, and the density of the arrangement. When the player is further away, music is slower, more sparsely arranged, and has softer dynamics. And as they approach the enemy, the tempo increases, notes are hit harder, and the texture becomes more dense. Upon detection, the music transitions to the combat segment. The difference between player level and the enemy's cumulative level was determined via blueprints in the Unreal Engine, and this value was used to drive an RTPC called Challenge Level. This RTPC was again used to control the music's tempo, dynamics, and arrangement in real time. This project showcases a dynamic music system set to captured gameplay footage from No Matter Studios' Pray for the Gods. The system reacts to changes in location and situationally during a climactic boss fight, based on proximity and the current phase of the fight. The ambient exploration music uses states to switch between 3 different locations: beach, cave, and mountaintop. The music is created generatively. Different musical phrases were written for the string section, and they are picked at random within the playlist. Furthermore, each member of the string section is broken down into random step tracks within each phrase's music segment to generate further variation and keep the music evolving. As the player changes location, so too does the instrumentation change to represent the locale. As players approach the boss arena, the music changes to reflect this. As players approach the boss trigger, an RTPC linked to proximity gradually introduces a music layer of aleatoric effects for extra tension. When players activate the boss, a short linear piece is triggered over the cutscene before transitioning to the boss fight music. Boss music consists of different phases. The music for the initial phase loops continuously until the boss reaches half health. There is also an RTPC linked to the player's proximity to the boss, which blends between different arrangements of the music. Further away, the arrangement becomes softer and more subdued. Closer, it becomes more dramatic and dynamic. When the player reduces the boss's health to the midway point, the music transitions at the next bar to the final phase, with a short transition segment bridging the musical gap. This change is designed to represent the boss's impending defeat, and will loop until the player achieves this. When the boss is defeated, the music transitions one last time to synchronise with the cutscene. Thank you for watching my technical music design showreel. If you've got any questions or would like to hear any more of my work, please feel free to check out my website or get in touch with me directly.